Shani, Steve, what up?
Hey guys.
Hey guys, what up? Today we have a new video for you, and it is entitled Compromising for Christmas. Right? Mm-hmm. During Christmas, of course, for couples, you're going to have a lot of compromises, right? Like you need to come to agreement on certain things.
Before the holidays come, we want to give you a couple tips on what we can do to compromise through the holidays.
Number 1.
Alternate where you have dinner for the holidays. So say some families like to have Christmas Eve dinner. So maybe you can go to your boyfriend's house for Christmas Eve and the girlfriend's house for Christmas, or depending on when dinner is, some people like to have dinner early and other families like to have dinner late. So you can compromise that way as well.
You never know. Someone may not like somebody's auntie or something like that. You don't need any of that.
Make sure you have that conversation, because a lot of people get down to the last week and get very frustrated because they end up at the boyfriend or the husband's house the whole entire time. You'll have an idea of where each other stands on the compromise that you made.
And for new couples, if you're a new couple and this is your first holiday, say you've only been dating for a couple weeks or a couple months or whatever, it's kind of iffy if you want to bring them around family and bring them around your parents so soon. So I would say, go to your respective families and then afterwards meet up or something. Have a movie or have your own little personal Christmas. Or if you're ready for the big introduction, then go ahead and do it. But don't rush that. Number 2, have a money cap on presents.
If you have financial issues or you're pressed for finances, you can have a cap on how much you spend on gifts so that somebody's not getting one person a big screen TV and the other person's giving them socks.
Right. This also helps too if you just started dating and you don't know each other's finances too much. You can sort of have, $200 limit or $100 limit. This way, like you said, no one's buying someone a big old gift and someone else is buying, hey, I got you this t-shirt. So, it sort of keeps you on the middle ground.
Nobody should buy anybody socks for Christmas.
Don't buy anyone socks for Christmas. Unless you're really poor.
Number 3, real tree or fake tree.
Real tree.
Now, growing up in my house, we had fake trees.
Got a real tree.
I didn't even know for maybe half of my life that we could have a real tree. But whatever the case is, you have to compromise. If you live together and one person likes the smell of the new tree, one year you can get a real tree. Or the next year you can get a fake tree with real tree smell or something like that. Compromise on this, because I feel like the fake tree, you get more for your money, right? We had a fake tree for 10 years, right? That may be a little bit too much, but we paid maybe $100, maybe $79 for a fake tree, and it lasted us 10 years, where you pay $55 for a new tree every year, depending on the size, depending on where you get it, and you just waste money that way, but that's just me.
The reason why I liked a real tree growing up is because me, my dad, and my brother would go get the tree, we put the tree on the car, and that was our Christmas thing. Every early December, we go get a tree. And then it would be in the house, and we water it, and it would make too much mess, and the house would smell like pine tree, and then we would bring down the tree in February. But we had a real tree, and that was our tradition.
Maybe you can have both. You have the fake tree, you can bring it out one year when times is rough, and then you can get the real tree another year, but you'll always have that fake tree. It will always be there. I don't see where the problem is. But compromise is king.
But traditions.
You can go to the store and get a fake tree as a tradition.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, compromise is king.
Yes, you must compromise. Find the middle ground. Whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
Bonus! 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 Bonus!
What is our bonus?
When to open gifts. Now, in my house growing up, we would have breakfast, our Jamaican breakfast, ackee and sawfish and dumpling and ting and ting. And then we would open gifts. And then someone would wear a Santa Claus hat, and then they would be the person who gives out the gifts. It was usually my mother.
Well, in my house, we woke up a little later on Christmas, so breakfast which we now traditionally call brunch, I guess. Same kind of breakfast, ackee and sawfish, and
dumpling,
and banana, and food, and yum.
all that.
And porridge.
You have to have porridge.
You have all those things, and then it's like maybe around 12 o'clock. That's when you finish breakfast, and then you start dinner. And then you start dinner, and you're making dinner, and you're making arrangements for whatever, anybody who's coming over, and you call everybody. And then by around 5 o'clock, you start your eating, and then you open gifts. So
try to come to a middle ground as to when you open the gifts. This may not be something until you have kids, which I think is probably going to be the case with us. When we have kids, then we'll see how it is. Well, what time in the morning we open up the gifts. But
what time of the day? Because time of the morning means morning.
No, but you ought to come to a compromise on when to open gifts, whatever that may be. And you can start your own traditions as your own little unit, as boyfriend and girlfriend, or a husband and wife.
Remember the reason for the season.
Giving.
And Jesus.
Oh, Jesus' birthday. Happy birthday, Jesus. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Shani, Steve, we out!